guys, welcome back. I'm Ansel, and today I'm gonna stop talking like that. Today we're talking about Invincible Iron Man number 600, which is to say 600, which is to say a very round number, which is to say what I thought was the last benediction of Iron Man, but I think there is one more coming up. Um, Kind of like an epilogue to all of this. So yeah, where are we? We are in a place where Tony has somehow resurrected himself. I have to say that we never get a real explanation. I mean, a thorough explanation of how he did it. Um, I'm not saying that nothing has been said about it, but it has been said in like a couple of dialogue bubbles back in the last few issues in a way that maybe you could say it. Hey, it's a Stark science. I ain't gotta explain shit. So yeah, that's how I feel about it. It's like just have to accept that it has happened, and and not only once, but twice. Um, Maybe you could consider what I'm about to say a spoiler, but I don't think it is a spoiler because of two reasons. The first reason being that it has been told to hell in media and in promotional material since days before this issue came out, which I mean which I believe it makes it fair game to talk about it, and also because it happens in the last during the last no, not the last sorry during the first 5 pages, or maybe even the first 3 pages. So yeah, you open the book, this particular issue, and one of the first things you see is what I'm about to tell you. But anyway, if you don't want to hear it, I guess you can skip a minute or two on this review. But Rod is back. Okay, Rose is back. War Machine is back. War Machine is alive again. And how is he alive again? In the same way that Tony Stark is alive again, even though he never really died. But in the same way that we never got to know how exactly he came back from the dead, although he was dead. Well, imagine it as a black box of magic, science and stuff that just basically resurrects people, and it's like it can do it only once per person or something, and now it has been used on Rhodey as well, and Rhodey is back, and that's it. That's all we get. I'm not. It's not like I'm trying not to say it to avoid spoiling you about it. It's just that I don't know because I was never told. It is not explained. So yeah. Um, that what we got for that. Okay, what else is happening here? So we have other plot points. We have the Stark Industry, the Stark Industries plot, where these guys, usually the usual guys in suits, want to take control of Tony's company, and they have been doing their best to manage this. But now Tony's back, so what why was this in the story? Okay, I know that it was to create some tension in the story. Some okay, what are we gonna do? We have to find Tony Stark before these guys take control of the company. But on a certain level, this is the kind of a story with that are somewhat predictable. I mean, one way or another, Tony is back. Even just by reading the story. But besides, we have a lot of marketing and from Marvel talking about how Tony is back, how new comic books, and this Fresh Start initiative are going to include Tony. So then you are left with, okay, so we have this suspenseful plot point that depends on Tony coming back, and am I supposed to be like, oh my god, what are they gonna do? But we know that Tony is going to come back, so yeah, that plot point is completely nullified. And in this issue, it gets a resolution, and it's precisely the resolution you would expect, and it is even treated like that. I mean, you see the resolution happening like a third of a page. So I don't really like that plot point either. What else we have? So we have Tony's real parents, because remember in this run we learned he is adopted. Um, his real parents, one of them comes back from the dead. This is not a spoiler. This is from last issue, so I hope you read that before. Uh, and he's suddenly back from the dead with even less explanation of how it happened that Tony and Rhodey are being back from the dead. And you will say, okay, I hope this has a purpose. I hope he's back for a purpose. But what was the purpose? Just be there, do nothing, and then I'm not going to say anymore. We just get to the end of the issue, and it felt like he was there just for a cliffhanger for the previous issue. So that also went nowhere. I didn't really like it. Okay, so we also have resolution for Doom, for Iron Doom, for this invincible Iron Man that we have been seeing running around, immortal Iron Man or destructible Iron Man or whatever Iron Man. Um, and I mean, we all know Doom was never trying to actually be a hero from the start, but we never really understood why he was doing this. Um, this was very similar to what Lex Luthor was doing back at DC, joining the Justice League, wearing Superman's symbol on his chest. But with Lex, I do believe that we got enough explanation to understand his decision. But with Doom, we were always left in the dark. And I do believe that this was actually a resolution that was very well done in this issue. We finally have some answers, and these particular answers I did enjoy. I mean, they were not as fantastic as I will have liked them to be, but they are good enough. So I buy them. I buy them. I do believe that Doom will do that will do all of this for that reason. So I really like that thing. However, something happens that sets up him going back to being just Doctor Doom. I believe so. This has some speculation on my part, so I could be wrong, but I do believe that that is what happens. And this particular aspect, the way they kind of prepare him to go back to being Doctor Doom, I think it was too much of a cliche. That was also another, I'm gonna say, cheap move that I didn't really enjoy too much. So, well, besides from that, we have some action sequences that were really fun, and that I would have actually liked to see them last for a few more pages. I mean, the issue is already longer than usual, but I think it could have, this fight could have benefited from a few more pages that would have enriched the experience. So yeah, so we see all of this, and we're suddenly back in the old status quo with plus a few new characters like Tony's parents. And since we have one more issue, at least one more issue, maybe we get to see a few more answers to all of this that maybe can leave me a little more satisfied. But before I go and before I give a grade to this, I have to mention something. There is an epilogue, some kind of like a after credits scene, like in the movies, that brings back a character that we haven't seen in a long while, and that I really hope we can see more of. I mean, I'm just going to say that it's a woman. I really would like to see her story finally ending because it has been on pause from so long ago. But since Bendis is out of here, and maybe we just got one more issue left, I'm worried that we will see a rush or quick resolution for her. But at the very least, I hope it is satisfactory. And we also get a glimpse or maybe some kind of confirmation of an alternate future. I mean, we have like 1,000 alternate futures by now. but this one is particularly interesting, and I really enjoy seeing it again. So yeah, I've talked too much already. I'm gonna give this um, um, 3 Ironmans out of 5. I thought for a second maybe I could give it a 4 because there was enjoyment in it, but I realized, I mean, I have come to convince myself that I doesn't deserve the fourth one. I'm sorry, I'm saying sorry to myself in here because there are so many uh, aspects of this that I really found questionable. So I'm gonna have to leave it at 3 Iron Man out of 5. So, what do you think of this? Did you like it? Did you like it more than I did? Did you find less flaws than I did? Maybe I was being too harsh. I don't know. So I don't know. I would like to hear your opinion. So thank you for watching. Thank you for hearing me talk about this. I think I've been talking about this for more than usual already. But thank you so much for being here. If you got to this point, and I guess I'll see you next time. Maybe we can to see more of the resolutions I talked about. So yeah, see you later.